Hey guys, Crypto Chris here. Finally doxing myself because I reached 69 subscribers! Whoop 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 whoop! Anyway, the reason I wanted to do this video today is because I know a lot of people are freaking the fuck out. All because of Bitcoin crashing and obviously the whole crypto market crashing. Now, this is what I really want to get through to you all today. Crypto isn't going anywhere. It really isn't going anywhere at all. Um, we've got to sort of get away from calling it cryptocurrency. It's not a currency anymore. They're assets. They're crypto assets. Um, you're not realistically. You're not going to replace the US dollar. The bond market is way too deep there. You're never ever going to replace that. Or well, never say never. But let's face it, it's huge. It's a huge bond market, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So if you look at crypto as an asset, governments love it. It's it's tax for them. This is where the hard regulation is starting to come in, and I know it defeats the object of cryptos because cryptos were supposed to be completely decentralized, but it won't be. It just won't. It won't work in this world, and they won't let it work in this world. So, but the governments do. They love the taxes for it. They get income tax from it. They get depending if you're staking and getting rewards, they'll get capital gains tax whenever you sell. They love it as long as they get their piece of the pie. They don't care. Now, the other reason why governments should love cryptocurrency, or sorry, crypto assets, is because if we go cashless and everything is on the blockchain, everything is on an open ledger, there's no there's no getting away from paying taxes. There's no hiding your money somewhere. It will get to a point where they can literally tax you at source. You won't even need to fill in a tax return. They'll work out how much you earn or earned last year and say, right, so you're going to owe this much this year. So we'll tax you at source. You buy something, taxed, tax until you reach your taxable limit, and then it will just carry on as normal. Your transactions will carry on as normal. It's coming. They're bringing out the CBDCs, the central bank digital currency. Now, normal banks like your high street banks, they've been middlemen for years now, and really they're not what they used to be. They're just a sales team now. That's basically what banks do. They just sell you products and services. They're not what they were. And what CBDCs are going to do is we the people will have a direct link to banks, to the central banks. But in doing that, there's total control there for the central banks, which is what they want ultimately. Like, governments aren't run by the people you elect; they're run by the people that we owe the money to, essentially. So, and that, I know that sounds a bit conspiracy theory, but it's true. You just follow the money. You think Boris Johnson's in charge? The twat doesn't even know whether he's gone to a party or not, or whether he was allowed to. You're in control of the country, mate. You should be. You should know. But anyway, politics aside, the people in charge love crypto assets. And this is the other thing. Not every crypto asset's going to survive. No, it won't. Some are going to get wiped out. And I mean, if you're in a crypto asset at the moment that's a fairly low market cap, it's not the best position to be in. That's not to say they're going to go bust, but with these dumps, money gets taken out of the markets, and if you've got a low market cap, that can wipe out quite easily. But anything can happen. I think the reason we're dumping at the moment is because these institutions want to get in at a better price. And when you have got trillions at your disposal, you can do this. You can move markets easy. And then what you do is you move the market a little bit, and everyone jumps on and gets scared and sell, 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 sell. And then because of that, everyone else starts selling, and then liquidations happen, and then it rolls on and rolls on and rolls on. If you're hodling, if this is an investment for you, hodl. Just stay hodled. It's good for you. You'll thank yourself in like 5 years' time. Probably less, to be honest with you, but you will thank yourself in the future if you can just forget the money's there. Just hodl. Now, this is another reason why. Well, so going back to CBDCs, yes, they are coming. The problem the banks are having with these, the central banks are having with these, is they don't want it to be an open ledger. If if you know anything about the repo market, you'll know why they don't want an open ledger. It would scare the shit out of the everyday person. They'd think we're on the brink of collapse constantly, which pretty much we are. So they're trying to obviously have a workaround where they don't have to have an open ledger. They don't want an open ledger. They don't want things to be open source. A little bit harder when it's on a blockchain because everything is open source. But then you get things like Monero and they will find a way around it 100%. And they are putting a lot of effort into CBDCs recently. So crypto is here to stay. The governments love them. They do, and the other reason why they won't let things just go or fold is because they need the infrastructure. Do you think a government has the ability to create something as well or better than someone who's a private enterprise who's literally doing it to make a profit? The government couldn't make something like Ethereum or Cardano or Polkadot You think of anything that the government controls, it's private enterprise. They just give them good tax breaks. You think about your waste management. It's not the government doing the waste management. It's a waste management company doing waste management on behalf of the council or the government. And it's the same with anything. NHS, it's just private doctors working for the NHS. They're still private. They're still the same doctor. So what I'm getting at is the infrastructure and the goods and services will just be used by governments, and this is what will happen. This is why things like Ethereum and these big high market cap smart contract blockchains are going to be around for a while. Not every single one will. It's the same as any business. Some win out above the others and the others get left behind. That happens, but short term, the big market cap ones aren't going anywhere, because the governments will need them. They'll use them. They'll use the services, the goods and services, and then you've got Bitcoin, the big boy. Now, the wealthy love Bitcoin. You've only got to look at how well it does against inflation. Like what a hedge that is, because Bitcoin is a deflationary asset because people lose their wallets and lose their Bitcoin all the time. They don't even know they're earning them, or so straight away it's a deflationary asset. It's very liquid for them. Like, yes, gold, silver, that's always been a sort of hedge against inflation. Have you tried to sell gold and silver for what it should be worth? It's fucking hard. It's not very liquid at all. Bitcoin is liquid. You'll sell that no problem. And there's only ever going to be 21 million minted. Ever. That is it. What do you think's going to happen when big institutions, big funds want their piece of the Bitcoin pie? They're going to be funneling through this little funnel because there's only a set amount of Bitcoin that's ever going to be minted. So they're all going to funnel through this. And what do you think is going to happen with the price? It will fucking rocket, my friends. It will go to the bloody moon and back and then back through the moon, and then to Uranus, and then to another fucking galaxy. Honestly, do not panic. This is this is how the big boys work. They know you're emotional, so they know you're going to sell. If you've over leveraged and you've got yourself in a position where you need to sell, then obviously do that. It's just a shame they caught you. Unlucky. And it happens. I've been there. But just try and learn from it. But if you don't need to sell, just hold on to it. It's like when house prices crash. If you're living in a house and you were never going to sell it anyway, but the house prices crash, so you're not going to sell it anyway. Chill out. Stop fucking panicking. Because if you panic, you sell. And then when you sell, they get in at a better price. That's all they're doing. This is a massive, massive shakeout of all the paper hands. And then the other thing is, they couldn't even stop it if they wanted to. You look at China and Russia talking about banning Bitcoin, well, cryptos in general. Let them. Like, they can restrict it, yeah, but they won't stop it. Because then you'll get countries like El Salvador. Okay, El Salvador's not exactly a first world country, but something like doing what they're doing could easily make them a first world country with the wealth they're producing, trust me. They've just stuck two fingers up to the IMF. They said, oh, if you go down the Bitcoin route, we're not going to help you with any funds or money. And same with America, the Fed. They've stuck two fingers up to them and said, we're going with Bitcoin. See you later. And yeah, at the moment, people will probably be laughing at them. Oh, what a silly mistake that was. Give it 5 years. You'll see how silly that mistake was. They're going to be a very wealthy nation if they carry on down this road. Anyway, I just wanted to just reiterate all of this to you. Don't panic. This is just normal. This is just what happens in crypto. This is a big shakeout. There's probably going to be further falling to really scare the shit out of people. If you don't need to sell and you just hodl. This isn't financial advice. This is what I'm going to do. But this isn't financial advice. You do what you think's right for you and your money. Me personally, I'm hodling. Hodl. Because I was never going to sell anyway. I wasn't going to sell if it reaches 100,000. I was just going to hodl. So nothing in my plan has changed. The only thing I'm doing now is waiting for it to drop a bit more so I can get an even better entry, because I'm joining the big boys. Move with the smart money. Anyway, thanks guys so much for listening to me, and thanks for all your likes and subscribes. It really helps my channel to grow. This is me. I'm Doxed. I'm Crypto Chris. Sorry about the wallpaper in the background. I've moved into this house and it was obviously owned by some really, really old people with no taste. Anyway, thanks very much and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.